They say every neighborhood has that one nosy neighbor. But what if the same eyes that gossip about you are the reason your child comes home safe? Before you scroll away, ask yourself this: do you really know who's watching? And why? In a quiet American suburb, at the end of a cul-de-sac with neat lawns and matching mailboxes, lived Emily, her husband Mark, and their 5-year-old daughter, Lily. From the outside, everything looked perfect. Minivan in the driveway, chalk drawings on the sidewalk, a tiny pink bike tossed on the grass. But Emily felt like she was living under a microscope, and that microscope had a name. Mrs. Parker and Linda, the neighborhood watch moms. Every morning, as Emily grabbed her coffee and rushed out the door, she would see them. Lawn chairs in the driveway, sunglasses on, phone in one hand, gossip in the other. Morning, Emily. Heading to work again. Mrs. Parker would call out. Emily forced a smile. Yep, just like yesterday. As she walked to her car, Linda's voice followed her. Hey, who was that guy dropping off a package yesterday? He stayed a long time. Huh? Emily clenched her jaw. He was an Amazon driver. Linda. My husband ordered a TV stand. That's all. Linda. My husband ordered a TV stand. That's all. Inside, Emily would tell herself, I'm a grown woman. I don't owe anyone an explanation. But every day, it was the same thing. If a friend from work stopped by, the moms noticed. If Emily came home late from a meeting, the moms noticed. If Lily wore a princess dress to preschool, someone had a comment. It felt less like a neighborhood and more like a courtroom. One evening, Emily's best friend Jess came over. They sat at the kitchen island with tea and leftover pizza. Emily vented. I swear, this whole cul-de-sac is like one big CCTV camera. Yesterday, I took Lily out for ice cream, and when we got back, Mrs. Parker was like, oh, late treat tonight. How does she know everything? Jess laughed. Welcome to suburbia. They're bored. This is their Netflix. Emily rolled her eyes. I just wish they'd watch something else. Life got busier. Emily worked full-time at a marketing firm. Mark had started traveling more for his job. Between daycare pickups, deadlines, and laundry, they were exhausted. That's when they decided they needed someone to watch Lily in the afternoons, so Emily could stay a bit later at the office, and Mark didn't have to panic in traffic. They found Chloe online, 22, college student, glowing reviews, cute smile, blonde hair, loves kids and crafts. When Chloe showed up for the interview, in ripped jeans and a hoodie, Lily liked her immediately. They made a fort out of blankets in 10 minutes. Emily watched and felt relief wash over her. Finally, someone we can trust. But the cul-de-sac was watching too. From her kitchen window, Mrs. Parker saw Chloe pull up. She saw her leaning on the doorframe, scrolling her phone while Lily chalked on the sidewalk alone. She didn't like the way Chloe kept stepping away to answer calls in a low voice. Linda peered through her blinds. New babysitter. She texted. Mrs. Parker replied. Something about her feels off. The next morning, as Emily buckled Lily into the booster seat, Mrs. Parker wandered over with a smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. So, I saw you got some help yesterday. New babysitter. Emily, already on edge, answered quickly. Yeah. Her name is Chloe. She's great with Lily. Mrs. Parker nodded slowly. That's good. Honey, just be careful. Okay. Lot of crazy people out there. Emily shut the car door a little harder than she meant to. I did my homework. Background check. References. Everything. She's fine. She muttered. Nosy old woman. Always assuming the worst. Always assuming. Nosy old woman. Always assuming. A few days later, Mark had to fly out of state. Emily had a big presentation. They agreed. Chloe would pick Lily up from daycare, bring her home, give her dinner, keep her safe until Emily returned. Around 3 p.m., Emily got a quick text. Got Lily. She's eating mac and cheese. Took a deep breath and went back into the meeting room. Back at the cul-de-sac, the sun dipped lower. From her front window, Mrs. Parker noticed something. Chloe was standing on the front porch, phone pressed to her ear, pacing, laughing about something that did not sound like babysitting. 5 minutes passed, 10, 15, no sign of Lily at the window, no little head bouncing around behind the couch like usual. Mrs. Parker's gut twisted. She turned to Linda's house and saw her silhouette in the window. They exchanged a look only long-time neighbors understand. Something's wrong. A few minutes later, 2 men, Emily had never seen before, turned into the cul-de-sac in a beat-up SUV. They didn't park in a driveway. They rolled slowly past, then backed up in front of Emily's house. Mrs. Parker's heart started pounding. One man walked around the side, toward the backyard gate. The other stayed by the front door, looking around like he didn't want to be seen, but he already was. Mrs. Parker moved on instinct. She grabbed her phone and dialed 911. At the same time, she shouted across the street, "Linda! Outside! Now!" Linda ran out, saw where Mrs. Parker was pointing, and sprinted toward Emily's front yard. "Hey! Can I help you with something?" she yelled toward the man at the door, loud enough for every house to hear. A garage door opened down the block. Another neighbor stepped out. The 2 men froze. The guy at the gate tried to slip around the back faster, but Linda kept yelling, "This isn't your house. We already called the police." And exto. Inside, Lily heard shouting and did what kids do. She ran toward the noise, but when she got to the hallway, Mrs. Parker's voice cut through the door. "Lily. Sweetie? It's Mrs. Parker. Okay. Go back inside." Her tone was firm, like a grandma who takes charge when things go bad. Minutes later, though it felt like hours, police cars pulled into the cul-de-sac, lights flashing red and blue against the white garage doors. Officers detained the 2 men. Very quickly, the story came out. They had planned a break-in and, if things went smoothly, to take Lily. And they didn't pick that house randomly. Chloe had been talking to them for weeks, giving them Emily's schedule, telling them when the house would be empty, when the little girl would be there with just me. When Emily and Mark got the call and rushed home, their legs barely supported them. They watched the security footage from a neighbor's doorbell cam. The SUV, the men, Chloe, leaving a side door unlocked. The way the moms reacted, Emily's throat tightened. "I'm so sorry. I thought you were just judging me. I thought you were just being nosy." Mrs. Parker put a hand on her shoulder and smiled softly. "Sometimes we are nosy. We're old. We're bored. We like to talk, but we also pay attention. That's our job. This street. These kids. We look out for them. All of them." Moral of the story: not every person who asks questions is your enemy. And not every person who smiles is your friend. Sometimes, the people who annoy you the most are the ones who will stand up when it matters. In life, God often sends protection in the form of imperfect people. The neighbor who watches too closely, the aunt who warns you, the friend who seems too careful. And like the Buddha taught, our actions and awareness create the world we live in. A little more mindfulness, a little more watching over each other, can turn a quiet street into a real community. Maybe you had a Mrs. Parker in your life, someone you rolled your eyes at, someone who felt like a CCTV on legs. Maybe, deep down, they were just trying to keep you safe. The moral of the story isn't, let people control you. It's this: learn to set healthy boundaries. But don't shut out the people who care. A neighborhood with no one watching is not freedom. Sometimes, it's just danger nobody sees. If this story touched you even a little, don't let it stop here. Think about your own street, your own building, the people you ignore or judge. Maybe say hi, maybe check in. And if someone gives you a warning, that sounds annoying, pause before you dismiss it. If you felt the moral of the story, give this video a like, share it with someone who needs a quiet win, and subscribe to Tales by DL for more stories that hit the heart. Stay grateful and keep moving forward.